Hi guys, and welcome in. In today's video, I'm going to have Laura back as a guest to answer a couple of questions about the best advice that she can share with us when selling a property. And we're going to do it from the perspective. Let me welcome her in. All right, Laura, welcome into today's video.
How are you?
So again, for those of you that may not know, Laura and I are business partners, and she handles the buy side of our transactions. She really only looks at homes on behalf of our buyer clients, and that creates a really unique perspective. And so we were having the conversation the other day about, Laura, based on all of that experience and the fact that your mindset has become ingrained to think about real estate from the buyer side of a transaction,
Right.
I said to you, what's the best advice that you can give someone who's selling, because you're walking in the door on the other side of the transaction? What would you say it is? How do they best prepare? What's the most important thing they can do when they're getting ready to sell their home or they're putting it on the market?
Yeah, I think the number one thing you can do above cleaning or all of that is price your property according to the market. None of my buyers are excited about possibly not even overpaying, but having to go into a property that they like, but they feel like it's overpriced, and having that uphill battle of, okay, now we've got to start negotiating. So pricing the property is probably the number one thing I would tell a seller.
Right.
Trying to test the market at 20, 30, or whatever the price range is above the market is never going to work to your advantage.
So what do the buyers think if they perceive a property as testing the market higher? What conversations do they bring up or questions do they ask you?
Well, I try and find out first, did they do extra work that we're not seeing in the photos? You know, they feel a little discouraged. I would just say, why do you think they're pricing so much higher? And once we get in it, we don't see anything. We've already seen 5 or 6 property and it's measuring up to the other ones. Like I said, they're not going to say, well, we'll go ahead and offer, 20, 30,000 more that we would for the one down the street.
Got it. And so because it's a comparative shopping experience, they're looking at multiple properties in a row. The reality or the freshness of that is really clear in their minds, and they can pretty easily make a strong determination of property A versus property B. Is that right?
Yes, absolutely. We're all looking at properties, and then one goes off the market, it goes under contract, and we all go back into that same pool. We're all looking at the same ones again. The best ones will always go fast.
Okay.
Condition, location, and price.
Okay. Got it. So their mindset is definitely, it sounds like, affected by it's almost their reaction to the value package, right? Like that it has all of the same features that the other properties have, and yet it seems like it's priced very reasonably for what's included. Is that true?
Exactly.
Okay, got it. So it's interesting to think that, and this is not an obvious point, that as you guys are out and buyers are out in the cars with their agents to consider properties, and even before that, probably looking online, they're making all kinds of determinations and value judgments on us as the seller and the property and all of the backstory with really, they don't even have the information. Like they're just making a lot of that up, right? That they're making assumptions about what we have or haven't done. Right. So it's important and the reason I wanted to ask this question is there are lots of judgments that are being made about a property before they ever come see it, or perhaps they never do schedule to come see it, because on the seller side of the transaction, we don't know what they're looking at online. Right. We just know who wants to see the property.
Right.
So that's a very interesting perspective. So thanks for shedding some light on that. Stay tuned for future videos where we're going to kind of go behind the curtains here to take a look at the mindset, the logistics, the different nuts and bolts that actually go on in real estate transactions behind the scenes. We feel like this information will be helpful for people to have as they're considering buying and selling real estate. So I'm Ashley Carter with the Carter Group Chicago, Laura Jones, our buyer's agent, and we look forward to seeing you on a video real soon. Take care and have a great day.